So we solved the same problem in multiple ways by using our own thoughts. And let's see what um, ChatGPT gets us. So I just copied this whole content and I'll come over here. I'll say, write Python code for, okay. So here I'm going to paste it as it is, but I'm going to make a few changes. So I'll say first take input in variable marks. Since it is a particular variable, I'll write it in quotation marks. And then I'll say if marks, okay, I'll particularly write print the remarks according to the mentioned conditions. Oh, yeah, like this. One more thing. Okay. Finally, I'll say if marks are greater than 100 or less than 0, then don't print the remarks, just print the input is invalid. Okay, let's see what Python gets us. So here we go. First of all, it is taking input in the variable marks and converting it to float. And then exactly the same thing. It says if the marks are greater than 100 or marks are less than 0, then print invalid. Input is invalid, right? Cool. Then instead of using nested loops, it goes out for the traditional looping scenarios. Well, it will work. It will also work fine. I hope so. So we'll write on the code of ChatGPT as well. Don't worry about it. So let's go ahead and write on it. So if let's say the input is 55, our favorite input. So 55 is greater than 100. No. 55 is less than 0. No. So the both are false. Hence, this condition is going to be ignored. Okay, fine. Since this condition is gone, right? If this condition would be true, then this will be printed, the body will be printed, and the whole thing will be ignored, right? This whole thing will be ignored. But since this is false, so this is ignored, now we are over here. So it says, if marks are greater than 80, so 55 is greater than 80, no. Okay, fine. 55 is greater than 60, no. So this is ignored. Yeah, this is ignored. So 55 is greater than 40, yes. So this will be printed out. Let's say if it is not 55, it is 25. So 25 is greater than 40, no. So then it will come out over here. So since this is a default condition, so it will print out failed, right? So yeah, I think the code work looks perfectly fine to me. Since if we can understand the code, we can validate the code. There is no harm of generating code from ChatGPT. Remember, it took us almost 5 minutes to write this code. Even an expert will write this code in, let's say, 4 to 5 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, somewhere like that, right? But this code is generated in seconds, right? So yeah, if you can make use of ChatGPT, that's great. And by the way, this code looks more cleaner than the code that we wrote over here. Here, it is not always advised to use nested conditions. You should always avoid using nested conditions. So here we go. We have a code without nested conditions. And by the way, another perk, we also have comments added for each block of code. Perfect. That's great. So this is how we can make use of ChatGPT. And by the way, what else do we have? We have explanation of the whole code as well. This is how we can make use of ChatGPT in order to solve our assignment. And having said that, we are done with our if-else conditions. And from next video, we are going to talk about another interesting topic, which is we can say stepping stone in any programming language, that is called loops.